The terrain below is still dry and rough. We're stopping at Ondengwa to clear Namibian customs. Nearer Ondengwa, the landscape flattens and takes on color. We clear immigration and customs here. And most importantly, we refuel. Our next stop is Mon, Botswana. We can tell we're approaching the Okavango Delta. At Mon, we clear Botswana customs and immigration. Then just a short hop to our destination, Jao Camp. We're in the Delta, wet and green. We land and are eager to explore this new landscape. As we cross a causeway, we see Jao Camp in the trees on stilts. Once again, our accommodations exceed our expectations. Even a sala and a deck for relaxing and watching the wildlife go by. Some of the locals were on hand to greet us. Then it's off to the main building to meet for a game drive. We take the time to look around a little while we wait for the rest of the group. There's just enough time for a short game drive before dark. This young male elephant liked to hang around the camp. He and his friends are the reason we need escorts to our tent after dark. Tonight we're having dinner and entertainment in the boma. And dinner by lantern light ends the day. The young male elephant's waiting for us this morning when we leave the camp for a game drive. Elephants of all sizes and other grazers were foraging as we drove to a large grassy meadow. Here in the Delta, we're never very far from water. This makes an ideal habitat for a wide variety of birds. How our guides found these lions, I'll never know. Their camouflage is nearly perfect in the high grass of the meadow. There are 2 lionesses and an immature male. They watch us, watch them, then get bored and move off. And still more birds. Would you believe 2 flat tires? Will we be late for lunch? Oh well, time to get out and find bugs to photograph. We get back just in time for lunch. After lunch, there's time to take a good look at the African art collection. And the unusual architecture. Now it's time for our helicopter flight. The pilots act like it's no big thing, but I can tell they're really enthused too. No doors is great for pictures, but a little scary. Buckle up. And here we go. The Okavango Delta is the world's largest inland delta. It's formed as the Okavango River empties into a basin in the Kalahari Desert. The delta is very flat, with a variation of less than 6 feet over 15,000 square kilometers. Every year, 2.75 trillion, that's with a T, gallons of water flow into the delta. Plants consume 60% of this, and 36% evaporates. The rest goes into the aquifer or Lake Nagami. This slow flow is not enough to flush minerals out of the delta. We see a lot of barren white salt islands where the sand is too salty for all but the most salt-resistant palm trees. The other striking feature of this landscape, seen from above, are the game trails. Hippos and elephants create and maintain these highways between islands. The delta is both a permanent and seasonal home to a wide variety of wildlife. More than 60,000 red lechwe call this home, making them the most numerous species. There are more than 400 species of birds in the delta. We can see Jao Camp in the trees as we approach the airstrip. Back at Jiao, a boat's waiting for us to see things from the water side. This water world is ideal for a large variety of bird life. Makoros, dugout canoes, are a popular way to see the delta. Our guide says that this is the only flamingo he's seen in the delta in 11 years. We stop for sundowners and a close look at this small croc. As the sun goes down, we toast the Okavango with champagne. As we start back, a hippo gives us a menacing look. Then it's full speed ahead, back to Jao Camp. For dinner by candlelight. After breakfast, we're back in the boats for a trip to Hunda Island. We borrow vehicles from a sister camp and we're off to explore. Hunda Island is great for grazers. And the birds seem happy here too. Then it's time for our picnic lunch. After lunch, we stake out a water hole. We don't have to wait long. Here come the elephants. The best show is the babies in the wallow. A few more grazers. A baboon making a political speech. Then back to the boats for the trip back to Jao Camp. We're back in time for sunset and dinner. Then another African tradition, after dinner drinks around the fire. Sherry and I, Jonathan and Carl, are the only takers for a morning game drive. We ask our guide for some birds that we haven't seen yet. A group of red lechwe are jumping over the flooded road in front of us. Makes for a great picture. Then it's back to our tent to collect our bags. Some banded mongoose are noisily foraging under our tent. We reluctantly say goodbye to Jao Camp, a really great experience. Our next stop is Kasane to clear Botswanan customs and immigration.